My name is Brian Williams. I'm the creative manager at THQ and working on the Smackdown franchise and here to show off the latest Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, for those of you who are not familiar or are living those Geico guys in that cave, is the ninth installment in the Smackdown franchise going as far back to the PS1. We're an annualized franchise now. Every year we turn out a new Smackdown vs. Raw, and we do our best to make sure we top the previous year's installment. Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 was our first foray into next-gen consoles with the 360. For 2008, of course, coming back to the 360, as well as making our debut on the PS3. So by moving into this, which is now the current generation of consoles, our last year's title was a graphical powerhouse. It looked extremely well, the best looking wrestling game probably I've ever seen. And we just upped it this year of 2008. After having gone through the growing pains of working on a new system last year, our developers at Ukes have just fully embraced this the 360 PS3 engines and are just topping themselves in ways that I didn't think possible. We have more horsepower under that hood now, so we can really just let loose. And all those long ago ideas that we had of the PS2, we can now put those in on this with the power that affords us the next gen consoles. So it's very exciting, very exciting. We are making our debut on the Wii this year with Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, and while it's called Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, it's essentially a completely different game, the Wii version, because we want to take advantage of what makes the Wii, what gives it its character and its individuality, which is the Wiimote and that nunchuck. And we really wanted to take it to the next level by using those motions at the player of actually lifting up their opponent and slamming them down on the mat. We wanted to reflect that in the controls. So the game is very easy to play for anybody who just picks up that Wiimote and the nunchuck. They can easily just have a good time. There's a lot of depth as well. A lot of the actions are mapped to the player's actual movement. So when they lift it up, their superstar will be lifted up into a suplex position. They can walk around with them, slam them down. So this makes it a much more immersive gaming experience. Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, last year's game, 2007, was, it was a sales juggernaut. The critics seemed to like it. I loved it. With Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, we're just stepping it up another notch. And I will say this unquestionably, this is the best Smackdown game you've ever played. Coming soon for the Xbox 360, PS2, PS3, PSP, Wii, and the Nintendo DS this fall.